Hey everybody, it's your friend Sarmate here, back with another episode of Settlement Survival. I hope you're having a fantastic and amazing day today. We have quite a few issues we got to resolve. Check out all these red blips. Not good at all. We got freezing, we got tool problems, we got hunger. Luckily, though, we don't have tuberculosis. We got that one person exiled in the last episode and it paid off. Now we just got to deal with these other issues. So I do have all these red deals off so I could just see kind of the extent of what was happening and to catch that TB in the last episode. If you don't know, you can turn these on and off. So I'll show you that right now, how to do that. It's pretty easy. Go to settings, and then you can go to display and info on the head. You can turn that to bubble or none. We're gonna do none. And there you go. Much, much cleaner, much nicer to look at. Over here, in an attempt to get wood, which will resolve our tool issues, I took a bunch of trees out. So you can see right now we got people, farmers, laborers, going out, gathering of all the things that are around here. And we have a ginormous tree to check out. Let's see what this guy does. We've seen these before, but this area of land is unusually fertile. And perhaps that is why the unusual tree has grown on the spot. It seems that the surrounding trees are affected by its growth. Will you cut down the unusual tree or transplant it? We are going to transplant it. I can't because I don't have any IR tools. We're going to cut it down. Ooh, 82. That's it. A significant amount of wood was obtained after this tree was chopped down, but because the ecosystem was damaged, it has caused the trees and settlement to grow much slowly. Ooh, that's not good. That's a regret right there. Yeah. So we are also really low on some more labor. So guess what we get to do again? We have to turn some of these things off, and the things that are more high priority, we got to get going here. So that's going to be the things that are making us wood. We got to have our tailor and our foodstuffs and all that other things we got going on here, water and all the basic things again, and a little bit more of the little more advanced stuff figured out. I was really hoping that the pork production that we were going to get here was going to carry us a little bit harder than it has been. We did just flex a bunch of animals around, so it might take a moment for that to catch up, but we will see. So, oh, it looks like, so this max capacity was 10 there. And in this year we got 623 piggies. Pork, I mean. In the previous year at 371. So it seems like it might make a difference. So we might have to kick those up a little bit more. On the other side of town here, we see how these corrals are doing. Oh, maybe it doesn't make a difference. So at 667. 1,000 pork, 815. This is why I love the pork and the pigs. 1,000 food. It's so good. We're having quite some similar successes with all of our cactus production over on this side of the world. We just recently did this cactus workshop over here to be producing us food from medicines. 486. Not as good as some of these other ones, but it's getting there. Again, 1,000 right there. 1,000 right there. Super duper great. Now, according to this, we are all in the green, but 23 clothes, 5 fuel, 33 tools, not that great. We also don't have any free laborers, like we mentioned, and we want to have that stuff. And I'm also scared to get immigrants. So what we got to do is when we get this next checkpoint, we are going to get the hospital. We'll get the hospital put in, and then we can start taking immigrants. Hopefully, we can grab that stuff before this group of immigrants gets here. Another option, what we could do is take the immigrants in and pause the game and exile whoever's sick. If there's anybody who's sick, we could do that. I would prefer not to do that though. So we'll just see what happens. Hopefully we get there. We're pretty close to the next technology point. But it shouldn't be too terrible. I think I went a little bit wild, placing things, villagers and workers in places. Kind of ran out of people to do stuff with. So we're gonna have to do some knockbacks here. We'll do a couple, take people out of here. I think I'll just do 2 people in each builder cabin for now. So we have enough free laborers running around, mainly to replace the people who die or get hurt. Oh, I had a lot of workers in it. That's the main issue. It's hard to keep track of things when, you know, stuff's happening so quickly here and you don't have the people to fix it. It's harder to keep track of stuff like this. The water fetcher was frozen, but I didn't have anybody to replace him. So we got to find a water fetcher or a reservoir that's low, and we can put in a new worker with that. So this reservoir is not quite built yet. Let's see, we got one person here. Okay, we'll replace the person who died at the water fetcher with that guy. And I thought I saw a transfer station that is out of work. There, okay, get that going again. Want to have our supply lines rolling too. We can't not have that stuff. So, yeah, alcohol is really low. We did put in another agave farm. I thought that's what this was. Yeah, it is. Okay, it's just not working yet because it's February. So we should be okay with agave. I'm gonna keep the 7 laborers for now, I think. I don't want to just burn them all up and get them into the spots. So we'll just keep it at 7. We're waiting on that hospital. Oh, I'm gonna keep this 10 speed. I was only at 5, so I'll go a little bit quicker here. So we need some tools, we need some clothing. So how are we gonna fix that stuff? Of course, we need the blacksmith and we need a tailor. So what we could do is go around and see if we have any smithies, first of all, that need more people. So now we're down to 5 laborers, so we gotta be careful here. So that's gonna help a little bit. And it looks like all of our smithies have at least 2 people in it, and that's great. That's what we wanna have. So I think I'm gonna do another one even. Oh, because this guy's making handcarts. Yeah, so let's go one more smithy. And I'm doing the smithies up in this area because of the proximity to our iron mines and coal. And so it's all like right in here, and it's gonna be quicker, better efficiency's sake. But we were having a little bit of an issue with that over on this side of the town. And I haven't caught at the end of the season for harvesting yet. I haven't paid attention to it. So we have to see if it's a little bit better with our warehouses right here. 567 is pretty good for peas. 536, yeah, so these seem to be a little bit higher. 600, that's really good. 900, yeah, okay, so these rice fields are really, really, really great. Almost 1,000 each. So the rice is taking peas spot for me. Peas were like my favorite, and now rice is kind of taking over, I think. Okay, so yeah, now we're at 0 laborers again, so that's what I mean. Like, people die so quickly right now. Graduated from school for study. Yeah, I can't even see. Okay, it looks like we lost a quarry worker. I don't have anybody to replace him with, but it's still at 0. Woodcutter. Yeah, people are dying all over the place. So hopefully we're getting pretty close to this deck. I think we'll have it before this immigrant batch gets here, and then we're gonna grab hospital, get that hospital going, and as long as we don't get the flu, we'll be all right. We'll get TB taken care of. So I'll bring you back once we get to the hospital, or the immigrants get here, or something else happens. So be right back. All right, we just got the tech point for hospital. Gonna learn that right now, get that started. Oh, we got an event, autumn excursion, get us those foods. There we go, 1,000 wild vegetables. That's gonna help us out a little bit. Now we have a lot of people dying of starvation. So what we're gonna do is we are going to turn off our research institutes for now, get a couple people back. I just wanna have some people replaced. Like, look at how many people died of starvation in here, and I can't do anything about it. Forester, blacksmith, forester, farmer. So we could see if we could see if we got a 2 somewhere in here. So we got a couple. So let's just see. It is September, so it's going to be harvest season soon. I want to see how well we harvest. So it looks like these are already done. Well, this one's almost done for rice. So that's super good. If rice is showing it to be much better than peas, we're gonna have to switch to rice. That's fine with me. I like the rice, so we'll do that. We'll just keep an eye on this. So it looks like we're at 50% here in October. This one is doing horribly. A lot of that's gonna die, I feel like. 40, 37. Yeah, he's doing better. And then this pea with 2 people working at the field, that's not happening. 67, almost 2/3 of it is gonna be wasted. Looks like 32% on this guy. Yeah, this one too, flax. Yeah, so this still isn't great. There's still something that isn't quite right with this setup over here, and I feel like we're close enough with our housing. Like there's houses like right here, but maybe we need to have, you know, another housing system like somewhere over in here. But I mean, there's another one right here too. So I'm not really sure what the deal is and how to really improve that situation here, other than tear it down and spread it out and just do it that way. We did get up to 4,000 food, so that's pretty good after harvest season. I would like it to be way more, of course, but for now we are worried about the hospital. So let's get our hospital going. So what you could do, there's a couple options. We could build a hospital from fresh and stick it somewhere, right? But what I like to do is, we got these clinics, right? You could upgrade the clinics. Boom. So that's nice, but the problem is now there's no clinic here. So in the time span that it's going to take for this clinic to be replaced with the hospital, these people around here don't have access to healthcare. So it's not great. You want to this thing upgraded and replaced as quickly as possible. So that's why we updated it there. Make it the priority. Make it happen as quickly as possible. I don't really know what to shift right now. We have a pretty good sized population, and so we kind of need to have stuff happening. Like I've been cutting back on a couple of the miners here. I don't want to totally stop iron production because we are going to need iron for the tools. Over here I've got down to 2, and here I'll put down to 2. Just trying to get some people back. Builders are something that we had 3 of in each. No, we already did builders, I think. So yeah, you can see there was a couple spots where people were missing. Just not good. We're at 6 laborers now. So let's see what else we can really fix. So it looks like water's okay. I'm surprised that we aren't producing enough herbs, medicinal herbs. Look at how many. Oh, this guy doesn't have a worker in it. Look at how many nurseries we have here. I guess they're only producing about 100 apiece, which is kind of wild. We would just need some more fertilizer, I think. Get that going, or some more nurseries too. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But again, we need people. See, we just had 6 people, 6 laborers, and now we're down to 0 again. This is where I'm really thinking about the schools again. We mentioned this several episodes ago. If we cut off the schooling, we could get 40 workers. And man, that would be nice. It'd be super nice. If we take in these immigrants, the demand on everything, of course, is going to get higher. You're going to need more water, you're going to need more food, you're going to need more of everything. So if we turned off the school, in contrast, we're already paying for these people, these 40 people that are in school, as far as the food and water costs and stuff goes. But then we can take them out of school and they become less efficient workers after they graduate. So well, I wish I knew like what less efficient meant. Like, are they like twice as good if they're in school, or are they like 5% as good? Because if they're like 5% as good, I would probably never build a school again. But you know, if they're 50% better, that's pretty good. So I'm not really sure what to do with that option, really. I think I'll just take these immigrants, and we just gotta go crazy on some food production, I feel like, and then timber as well. All the things again. So what I should have done during this winter, instead of talking, or in addition to talking, is cut down some trees and try and get that happening some more. Could have done that because we had a bunch of laborers ready to work. We also were turning off fish production, fish being used for food. Right here, you can see that. I think we're gonna take that back. At this point, I'm pretty desperate for food, and we're in the green. Everything shows that we're doing all right, but there's people dying of starvation, so that's telling me that we're not all right. So we're gonna go food. We're gonna go rough food. We're gonna find our fish, and we're gonna turn it back. So now that fish in this state will be able to be used instead of saving it for salted fish. I do want the salted fish, but we just need the food right now, so that's what we're gonna go with. And we'll get thirsty. Yeah, we got people running around, no clothes. We're down to 12 meat pops, so it's better. We were at like 60 to begin with, but it's still not great. So this I'm gonna take out, move you there. Oh, and that little bit of time, somebody got taken away. Okay, so we gotta find another person. Let's take away a couple more builders here. We don't need them on this side of town right now. Here comes our immigrants. So we could do that. We got one builder there. I'm gonna leave you in it. 2 there. We don't have a ton of spare people anywhere. We got the 2 workers there. What are you? Our Smithy? Okay, Smithy, you're gonna go ahead and we could just go with I was gonna say go with stone, but not really gonna make a difference because we still need the wood, and that's the issue right now. We could get these villagers or these immigrants and really go crazy and like chop down a bunch of trees and gather a bunch of stuff. Right, that kind of sounds like a good idea. So our hospital did get built there. That's what I just did, but make sure there was a person in there before we accept these immigrants. Now we can deal with TB. Now let's take in these immigrants, and we can see if somebody has a disease here in just a moment. Okay, we do. Pause the game. What do you have? TB. That's fine. We can deal with TB. All right, wonderful. Now that this hospital is good to go, let's go ahead and upgrade another clinic and we'll do this guy. Oh, we don't have any planks, so we're not going to quite do that yet. We need to get the plank production up before we knock that down, because I don't want to not have the healthcare. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to take out a huge block of trees here. So our 23 people that we got should be good workforce, so get this stuff chopped down for us without hurting anything else. And then, of course, we're going to need some more food production. It is possible. We already at 1,800 coins. We got a ship coming in, so we do have over 1,000 porcelain now. If this ship has food, we could definitely buy some food or some timber. So what I think I'm going to do is we're going to put in a worker here. We're going to have Frank. I'm going to slow this down a touch, and we are going to take our 1,000 porcelain. Now, if you don't put a number in here, this is going to go down to 0. So that'll be the first 1,000 that goes in here, and then when this 1,000 is gone, the rest of the 30 is going to go in there as well, and it will be at 0, and that will be it. So that's what these two numbers are going to do here. I don't know why that didn't add. Oh, I had that backwards. Did they switch that on me? Required amount for trade 1,000 for survival. Yeah, I feel like that's swapped. Okay, so for trade, you have to have over 1,000. Yeah, this seems different. Items with stock levels below this number will not be transported to trade buildings. Yeah, so if it's below 0, they don't go there. So it's going down to 0. So we're calling for 1,000, going down to 0, 1,000 porcelain. This is what it's looking for. It'll get into inventory once Frank finds it. Hopefully that doesn't take too long, because that ship will be here soon. So let's put a second person in there, just for temporarily. Okay, so water problem. We could maybe fix the water problem. We have our reservoir here, so let's put in another worker there. We have a well here. It's calling for 2. So let's just go with the 3 for now. And let's see, we could do some more. Do we do plantations, or do we do corrals, or do we do cactus workshops? I think what we're going to do is I'm going to switch this from fodder to cactus cuts. We should have plenty of cactuses. Make that into 4. That should be another 1,000 cactuses coming in, so that'll be great. Cactus cuts coming in. We need that. Speed the game back up. What else could we update here to get a little bit more efficiency? I don't want to do any more pigs, because if we do the pigs, we have to move some pigs, and then 2 things are sitting there. So I don't want to do that right now. I'm thinking about doing some more rice fields up over here. What we could do is do another transfer station. We got this one. It's just barely clipping this. And then we could do some more warehouses to help with our efficiency. I'm kind of nervous about not having it food enough, and then we have the same issue that we have down on the other side of the town, where it seems like there's just no efficiency. We're wasting a ton of produce every year. I mean, that's just silly to do, really. And if we had some more points, tech points, we could get into the fish pond, and most of these fishermen that are here now are going to go on the fish pond. We get that going. Let's see. So we have 166 porcelain here. The purpose of me getting this porcelain here is so that we get silver coins to trade for. I don't think I mentioned that. We only have 1,800 coins right now. We have this in here. We can trade these directly with the ship, and that's what my hope is, but we're not going to have very many there to do that, unfortunately. Let's get a couple more people back in our research so we can get to that fish stuff. And then we just want to just go around. Let's make sure that all of our farmers are at 2 or at 3 at least. This guy's at 2, so let's do that. Do that. And more people to help take the stuff in. Yeah, so this rice is working out how it's supposed to. These are empty before the season is up. This one is too. So I don't know if it's the rice itself, or if the peas are just bad. Is this pea just in a terrible space? I don't know. Since I don't have those blips above the people's heads, I can't really see what's going on. So that isn't an issue. But when it's like how it was at the beginning of the episode when everybody's red, it's kind of obnoxious. So I'm just gonna leave this on for a little bit. We can watch over here, see if people get cold or thirsty or what the deal is, and seeing them walk away here, because that's what they got to be doing, and they're just not getting it done in time. So there's much fewer red blips over people's heads. Now you can see, or we can actually see the green below. And our ship is here, so let's see what the ship has on it. We're gonna slow down time, just so the ship doesn't pull away on us. And unfortunately, not what we needed. There is some candy, and candy is good because it gives happiness. But yeah, no food that I was hoping for. So we're just going to dismiss this guy, I think. There's nothing else here really. Domestic fuel is the only thing I'm kind of thinking of picking up here, just because that would help our numbers. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab some domestic fuel here and we'll get that traded up. Just gonna do a couple of silver coins, 900, 2 apiece, 1800, 1800, 1800, transaction. There we go. We're gonna get a little bit of domestic fuel from that ship, and that will spare some of our trees a little bit. So this worked really well, it seems. We don't have that much timber, but we're doing okay on food. But we did get a little bit of timber, so that's gonna help. We really are kind of just struggling for any kind of timber right now. I mean, this looks horrible as far as like the map looks, but it'll grow back. So it's not that huge of a deal. And we just need it right now to just kind of keep going. All right, winter time's coming along here. So another thing we could do with the things over their head, we can see how if people are freezing or not. So this worker here is freezing. Let's see where they have to go to get warm. It's probably not that far. So what we could do, I was gonna say put some houses in here, but that's not really gonna work. Yeah, because there's no marketplace that's touching that. So I don't know, this just isn't working great. So I just need to put some more places around town to make up for it, I guess. I'd like to get the fish pond now that we got our tech points coming in again and nobody's sick. So that hospital worked there. That's great. That's what we really needed. I'm going to replenish this worker here, and let's knock out some of these tombstones. All right, those are marked for demolition. That's going to happen in a little while there, of course, especially now that we got rid of a bunch of our builders. Yep, so just winter now. Weird, it got really warm all of a sudden. We are going to do our same deal. We're going to fell some trees. We'll do it on this side this time. Grab a bunch of that stuff. I keep doing fell trees when I want to grab everything. There's a bunch of veggies and whatnot under there probably if we want to grab as well. So we're going to do that. Grab everything. Got this group. What? Look at that. Shinies. That's those lanterns. Can't click on them though. The lanterns that float down the river. So we've seen those like go through land like here, but I've never seen them under the ground like that. So I'm wondering, like, you see the villagers say, oh, there's red lanterns, and then you look and then they're not in the water. I'm wondering if this is where they are. They're there, they're just hiding underground. So I'm gonna wait to see if when they come on this side of the river here, if we can grab them and grab the little, solve the riddle and get the little bit of bonus that it's gonna give us. And it looks like I can't, so weird. Just an interesting thing, and just traveling underground like that. Okay, so our cemeteries have been cleared, demoed out. Gonna replace them. And now we are. How are we doing on porcelain? We have the 1,000 porcelain where it should be. Okay, so let's wait for this ship to come by and we'll see what we can trade with. I did want to have that porcelain for Carlos. That's what my original intent was. But it's just, we need to use the ships to our advantage, the merchant ships, and trade with them if we can. We haven't built anything, have we, really? It's kind of shifted people around. I wanted the more plantations. How are these plum guys doing? 200? It's not that great. Not terrible. How about our cactus? Did that guy do any work this year? Yeah, not bad. 200, 300. Not as good as these, but it'll get there. It'll get there. So maybe even. Oh, I had some workers that died out. Oh, I'm gonna bump that up to 4-4. Go. And yeah, I think we're doing all right. We're a little bit better than last episode, but not quite perfect. So thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next episode of Settlement Survival. Have a fantastic rest of your evening, day, or night.